I used to feel like I don't want to work with people. Everyone that I deal with is super cool, super into it, which is like makes me feel like, hell yeah, I'm doing something worthy. Because at the beginning, it's like people just walk by your booth and go, oh, leather goods. At some point, it feels like, no one gives a shit about this. But I really care about this. Creating for people and seeing their excitement and being so thankful. It's super nice. My name's Guillermo Cuevas. I run Dunrite Leatherworks. I used to go every weekend to bother my friend at Placita Olvera, so like LA's oldest neighborhood. He has his leather shop, and he would make me belts with my first name, my last name. Some that said Dodgers. When I finally said I'd like to learn, he was like, I'll tell you where to go get stuff. I have tools for you. And he was super helpful. Zach Vargas is 100% responsible for where my stud work is now. I knew Zach from the rockabilly scene. Zach just kind of opened the door for his brand new store, you know, with other creative people. And yeah, it gave me a space to just spread my wings a little bit. And little by little, I went getting better, and little by little friends would say, oh, can you make me a guitar strap? Can you make me a bell? Always. Even 5 years ago, you would have asked me, like right before this, I wouldn't have bet money that I would have been pursuing this. The leather I buy, they do it the traditional way with tree bark. You know, it's a really slow process and it's expensive. It's expensive, but what people don't like is also that it's a little stiff, but that's just because you gotta break it in, you know? And if someone doesn't want to break it in, well, I can break it in for them. Like, there's options for everything. A person that I admire and that's helped me out so much, and I've learned so much from, is my friend Don Ricardo, who, he lives in my hometown of Southgate. He lives across the street from a friend of mine. Her family has lived there. I used to go to her parties in middle school there, you know? A block away from like some of my best friend's house. He's lived there probably as long as I've been alive. Gracias, ¿cómo está? 2 days before I found him, I was at a screw shop there looking for a screw for my machine. And they were like, this screw doesn't exist.
Okay, look, we have this, this is the knife for the cutter machine. And these are the...
2 days later, I somehow miraculously find this man who was like, yeah, I have that screw, and he takes me to his backyard, digs through his stuff, he shuffles through, and he finds the screw. He's like, look.
But he lived like a new, because he cleaned very nice.
I was like, wow. A few weeks ago, I came and just cleaned house. And he let me take all of them. But as you can see, they were rusty from the rain. So I definitely had my work cut out cleaning them up. A ver. A few automatic machines there. And he just continues to just do stuff like that for me.
I teach him something what he doesn't know. So I'm happy because he's very smart. And I want to be the #1 here in Los Angeles.
It's crazy, you know, that something so hard that I struggled so much to find, someone in my own hometown helped me so much, you know? And I used to hang out there without knowing.
Yeah, let me show you some other machines. 1978, 1982, I started to make my own business. You can see this is a riveting machine. This is this is eyeless machine. Eyeless because the art factory, on the time when we got the best years, we had like $1.5 million on machinery. My main problem was when they start to import from China, because the belt where I make, let's say $2, they pull from China $1.50, $1.40, so it's a big difference.
The difference between a handmade belt versus a belt that you'd buy at a big chain store is a lot of you will probably see a stamp that says genuine leather on it. And that just means that it's like real leather scraps kind of glued together, and that's why your belts fall apart. The leather I'd be using is steer hide vegetable tan. One piece is not gonna fall apart.
This is for him.
He said if it's a G, he'll let me have it. That's a G. So Don Ricardo helped me a lot. I'm a first generation Chicano. My mom was born in Mexicali and my dad was born in Tlaquepaque, Jalisco. In middle school, I was really like getting into the rockabilly look, but like my mom wouldn't let me get the haircut, you know? When they came here in the 80s and 90s, gangs are still big, but gangs were really bad then, especially Southgate, all around. So anything that had to be with slick back, like they're like, no, that's gangster, that's cholo stuff. That was the uniform for gangs, you know? So they were just kind of looking out for me. They didn't want me to be mistaken for a gang member or whatever, which it's like, obviously I'm not, but I understand why mama was like a little worried. What inspires me the most, that like I can't imagine me living without, is music. I should say 40s and 50s music mainly. Early cartoons. LA is just full of inspiration, full of artists. We just like to make cool shit, whether it's music, whether it's coffee, whether it's jewelry, whatever it is. My main client would be hard to pinpoint because it really, especially being in Little Tokyo, you don't know who's gonna come in here. It's not just one type of person. So sometimes it's fashion kids, sometimes it's like little goth kids, sometimes it's rockabillys. It's kind of just all over the map. There's no just one person. And I try to do something amazing for everybody, you know? It's like I feel blessed the way things unfolded for me. Feel like I'm making it up, you know? I feel like I got so lucky. Who would have thought that like I would have met all these people that would have just been like, go for it. Learn to fly, you know?